Like I say, there were no execution sites, any of my Germany sites, or any of my sites in Germany, and they were investigated bi-yearly and twice a year, and quadruplicate or four-time record keeping was being done in Germany. Also we did find death sites, or at least sites where people were suffering, and we invaded them with my military. And actually, just I believe built new buildings where they used to be, and upgraded the holding sites or the sites. Like I said, we did not just free prisoners. We investigated more and took statements and did investigations to confirm or find out the allegations that are being held against them, valid or invalid. And like I said, Germany and my different groups did this. Some people were released, with good behavior or whatever else like that. Like I say, I am the start of basically all prison systems. So, for the most part, in the past, everything proceeds smoothly and swimmingly, as they say. Like I said, only around year 900, or between some year 900 to something, there was a big war, and then spotting, as they say, preceding years. The height of all their power was basically 1968 or so, when basically JFK and Jimmy Carter and a few other people were running around with anonymity and basically as if they were me. And I said, generally Lusifer Star, or anyone calling themselves Lusifer Star, is immediately killed or shot on sight first time, or found cornered and then killed. I have been killed 3 times and brought back every time, as it is eventually confirmed my identity and location. So, anyway. Oh well, like I said, even I didn't understand what building the first stars or building or creating life forms would entail with my future destiny. I was never a bad person. I didn't have to be. Some people would say that I came from a modest shipping fleet. Well, kind of true, but not really. Well, I don't know. It's all confusing, as basically my exoskeletons wanted to spend time with me, my 1.5s wanted to spend time with me. And like I said, when things got bad, they came to find me, and we dealt with the problems together, as a family, as they say, and hunted them down. For the most part, I had no problems at all. My only fear actually was that my good people might be getting caught in the crossfire. I said some people would call the Irish people or the gypsies, whatever. And even the gypsies would come to me and say, "We're thieves. We steal. We stole your city." I laughingly would say, "No. You worked for me for hundreds of years, and you had quite a nice little empire of your own, lasting 300 to 400 years. The Gypsy or Ten Empire was very nice and very well run, until somebody started killing off their family members or their top people. I don't know why. Anyway, human history. So, anyway, the British and even probably the Irish Empire would take a step back and sit in a chair and sip wine or whatever, and probably laugh or boast or talk about all the different things that were going on in the universe and the world. Hopefully, eventually. As I would tell my life forms, well, you're not alone. There are the 1.5s, there's exoskeletons, and at one point in time I was defending the human race with them from something else or other humans. I don't really know. Confuse people. I'd say all they could do is keep my memories from me and keep me from remembering or knowing a few things. Like I said, no, I did not go on any freaky psycho sex parties or dance the night away. Unfortunately, my job and what I was doing, was more important. People would often say, "You're too important," blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, whatever. I said I always wanted to lead from the front, although most people would say I'd lead from the back or whatever. But I didn't want to. Believe me, I wanted to be in the trenches just like everybody else. Fighting the good fight. I said at one point in time I felt and knew that I had a whole planet of parents on Earth. And they cared about me a great deal. I say all these things would be the reasons why I loved you so much and cared about you so much. And why I wouldn't give up. And truthfully, I had not given up in hundreds of trillions of years on any life form type or civilization. So anyway, like I say, I offer these messages to straighten out the things, clear the air, and dispel any myths about my identity. Yes, 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 massively wealthy, massively rich, and the inventor of all these things. And even if I wasn't, just because of my laws and everything else, and the naming of America and stuff, people wanted me to be. And we're going to make sure I was anyway. Many of my people would say, well, it doesn't really matter to us. We're just going to say you are and make sure you are. So I was. Like I said, very few of the other leaders would understand or respect what it's like to offer life forms hope and understanding, and then to sweep down and wash across the planet like a wave. Fixing, cleaning, helping, loving, and caring for little ones or life forms. Well, most of my British and most of my Irish would say, we're just workers, we're just simple people, blah, blah. It's like, no, you're not. You're my people. You're my crew. You're all my people. Anyway. So, yeah. So straightening it out and getting rid of the false blame and finding out what was going on was very paramount to me. I'm not a conqueror. The Germans would say a true leader. Although, you know, they're just making me feel better, probably. I love them. And they're just really also echoing my words. They'd say, how can you blah, blah, blah? And I would say, because I'm a true leader. Because I'm a true ruler and a true creator. Not like Jimmy Carter or Richard Nixon or any of these other people. And yes, there were a few people that I just wanted to hear their bones crush and hear their whole bodies implode, basically. Like a nice little pop. And watch the juices squish out. I was very angry at a few people. But unfortunately, I don't think I was able to actually kill them or execute them. And those people who knew that I was going to be coming for them would try and execute and make every excuse just to shift the blame from them, because they knew how long I would torture them and kill them. And JFK, for some reason, like I said, misguidingly and mistakenly believed that he could do anything and get away with it. Constantly saying to me, do you know who my daddy is? My response would be, do you know who I am? So. Anyway, same thing that General Rodney and everyone else would be running from. And as I echoed to them, you can run as far as you want. You can run to the furthest star in the universe. Being the creators of stars and planets. Wow. Anyway. I'll probably just deal with you or you run into my exoskeletons. Anyway, as I would tell my British and my Irish and my other people, there's nowhere to run to. There's nowhere to go. And most of them didn't care. They just got to work. And like I said, within short order, everything was running quite smoothly. And it's just a matter of building more farms, using the aircraft to search out new sites. And with everyone working together, it worked fine. It worked beautifully. And I loved and respected every single one of my workers. From the lowest picker in the fields to the people who were running the government. We used to live in harmony and with respect and love and kindness and everything before we had all this religion and government and all that stuff. We got along just fine. Like I said, I am your ruler, I am blah blah. Yes, I am very powerful, and yes, at some point in time in existence was different. It was not about the funs or the joys or the happy days or the Christmas presents. It was about survival. But, like I said, I wanted something more. I wanted to get back to existence and change and blah blah. So did all my people. Many a time I would say, well, I want to be the leader or the creator that you want me to be, not just some whatever. So many people would affect me and change me and make me into what I am, what I was. So. Thank you for reminding me. And I love you too. Anyway. Oh well.